Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and yes, I made it. I mean, I realize that to many of you this is not a chore at all, but I am a much older man, and I have never listened to BTS before. I probably heard their songs involuntarily in the background at Anime Expo or on the radio when I think they performed on a Coldplay song. Yes, I'm old and I'm old enough to still listen to the radio. So yeah, this is a if you don't know who BTS is they're a K-pop band, boy band. Yes, boy bands still exist, especially in Korea, and that's what the K stands for. I'm educating some of the older folks in the audience, just in case they're curious and somehow are looking at this. Um, it's a concert. It's a big freaking concert. It's the Permission to Dance. Yeah, Permission to Dance on stage in LA. It was filmed over 4 nights last November and December in the same week. It was like Thanksgiving weekend, and then some 2 days during the week. It was a big deal, but I did not know about it. I was off in San Diego doing a Comic Con, but yeah, it's even though the SoFi Stadium, which is a brand new stadium, is literally 7 or 8 miles from where I live. But technically, I should have been able to hear it. I don't know if I. Well, it's a city, so the city has a lot of ground noise that covers a lot, and there's an airport between me and it. So yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to hear it if I was home. Well, I was home for two of them, but anyway, yeah, this was done in the big brand new SoFi Stadium. This is where we had the Super Bowl this past year, when also the Rams, I'm assuming Rams, won the Super Bowl. uh, yeah, I'm also not very well versed in sports. We went from a city that had no football teams. We had two baseball teams, Major League Baseball teams, at least one hockey team, two major basketball teams, but no major NFL football teams. We had plenty of college teams that rank or very famous, but we did not have any um, football teams. Now we have all of them, and then we win the Super Bowl too. So go LA. In the meantime, they have concerts, and over these 4 days, well over 214,000 people saw them. This stadium holds about 70,000 people seated. I'm sure there's some give or take on that number, but at least 214,000 over the course of 4 days, including lots and lots of celebrities who showed up just to be in the audience. I was researching this, and I don't know who half of them are because I'm old. So, but I do know one of them who appeared on stage with them that one of the nights, Megan the Stallion, and they did not skip over her performance when they compiled this. She looked fantastic coming out and singing with the boys. All seven of the boys. There are seven of them, and I say boys because they're maybe they're old men by now. I don't know. They talked about how they're getting older and maybe they're late in their careers and they all have their own solo projects. I don't know. They probably have been in Korea for a billion years and have dominated the music scene forever there, and America is just discovering them as they're probably breaking up. I have no idea. It's literally, again, this isn't made for me, and that's okay. That's absolutely all right. This is if you want to understand who BTS is, they just sing pop songs. They sing modern, dance music that you'd hear in the clubs, and it's mostly all sung in Korean. So I don't know Korean, so I can't really sing along with it, even if I knew the songs. Uh, None of them were familiar to me, but and it's just sort of washed over me. Over seriously, this thing is 2 hours and 10 minutes long. Yeah, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes long. Came out this year, like maybe just a few weeks ago, a few months ago, got added to Disney Plus. Um, but one of the things, even though I have no interest in music, the music was, I tapped along to it. It was good music, but it's not necessarily music I seek out to listen to. It was entertaining. The guys are entertaining. They're it's a very energetic show. For me, when I look at these kind of things, when I have to, I don't haven't gotten to watch a whole lot of concerts so far. I had to do the Hannah Montana one so far. What I do when I'm looking at these things, I just watch the stage production. I come from a stage production kind of realm. I used to be a concert promoter where I would do just small club shows, and I've even worked big festival shows with 100,000 people, and it's a big difference. But it's still, I love the behind the scenes stuff, and they every once in a while they cut away to following the guys off stage and seeing them just sort of cool off for a second, change their outfits, and just sort of test their voices, whatever they need to do. The camera's on them, so I'm sure they're very, very pleasant in those times. There might have been times in the past where they might not have been pleasant, but I have no idea. But it's something that every fan kind of, you get a peek behind the scenes while everybody else is outside watching, like probably montage clips of the boys doing whatever stuff they do on this big screen. By the way, this stage, when I say I love the stage production, it is pretty freaking fantastic. The stage looks like it feels it's bigger than just about any $1 million home in Los Angeles. You could probably put a bunch of $1 million homes on that stage, but the screen behind them moves, changes, expands, opens up. It does a whole lot of stuff, and there's so much light and so much just craziness going on. I think you get to purchase. They give you the opportunity. I bet you. I don't think they give them away, but they give you an opportunity to purchase a wand. If they gave them away, that's awesome. Great souvenir, I guess. A wand that lights up. And if you've done any kind of J-pop or K-pop concerts in your life, and I have, believe it or not, I've gone to Anime Expo and I've gone to one of the concerts a couple of years in a row. I've even seen like a virtual uh, performer, like a girl who doesn't exist. She's literally a cartoon. We all watched her perform on stage. She opened up, like somebody opened up for her, I think. Yeah, like a full band opened up for her. In fact, a band performed for this cartoon character that was on stage. It doesn't matter, but everybody in the audience was waving these wands with color. Hey, I got a blue one, or I got a green one, a blue, red one, whatever. And they just, with the beat, they just waved that wand over and over throughout the entire show. Now, this is a 2-hour show that we see here. It might have been longer. Uh, Although you do get a break toward the end where they spend about 20 minutes talking to the audience and saying, hey, in Korean mostly, thanks for coming to the show. This has been very crazy and wild and different because 2 years without doing a concert due to the pandemic. People are still wearing masks, by the way. It's LA, and the pandemic was still being addressed. So in order to get to this concert, you had to wear a mask in the audience. Even their dancers wore masks. They didn't because, again, they had to sing, and you had to see their pretty faces. And they are, I have to admit, they are some pretty, very pretty guys. Some of them more than others are really, really pretty. Just saying, I can't deny that. That's just the way it is. I was just like, you sure that's a dude? I'm like, because he's really pretty. Anyway, it's just, yeah. So yeah, they're singing, they're talking, but through 2 hours of this, they're waving the wands. People waving the wands, and they light up. And the thing is, these are controlled by the lighting crew to correlate to whatever the lighting, whatever's going on the stage as well. So if there's a blast of blue light from the stage, all the wands turn blue, or red, or green, or a rainbow color, or purple, and everything else between. It's all choreographed. You're part of the show by waving that wand in the air. In fact, at one point, they do get the entire crowd of 70,000 people to do the wave. They blow about 10 minutes, whoa, with their wands. And by the way, they're called the Army. They are their fans are an army, BTS Army, I guess. Again, I don't know. I don't know this very well. I tried to research as much as I could about this specific show, the specific night, and the names of the guys, which I've already forgotten. One of them's named RM. One of them's named V. J Hope. Okay, that's three of them. There's seven of them. Yancey? No, there's not Yancey. Carl? No. Yeah, I don't know. There's seven of them. It seemed, although they seem to multiply at times, give or take, and they were just like, but then it was like, oh no, there's like 1,000 dancers on the stage. There were some great like camera tricks and lighting and just stage, just the way everything moved around them was freaking fantastic. So I said freaking fantastic twice in this video already. I realized that. But I say, yeah, if you're a fan, if you're not a fan, yeah, you might, if you like pop music, want to hear something new, you might enjoy this. Put this on in the background while you're cleaning the house, maybe. It might be loud enough to blast over the vacuum cleaner. I have no idea. But if you are a fan, this is probably, where you have a fan in your house, this has probably been playing nonstop on a loop since it premiered on Disney Plus. I'm guessing. There might have been a break when they were sleeping. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, I don't have to have any. I don't have to convince anybody to watch this if they're already a fan. I can't imagine you being disappointed by this. From what I understand, this is pretty much all their hits as a group. They didn't. They said they weren't. They didn't do any of their solo songs in the mix. They didn't throw any of those in. They just did their stuff. So yeah, this is. I think this is obviously their biggest performance in L.A. If not in the country. I don't know. It's and then they went back to Korea right after this. It was kind of a humongous once or four times in a lifetime deal. And yeah, you can. It's kind of a big deal. I mean, it shows the capabilities of what this venue can do, and that's the kind of thing that I care about. And yeah, this is it's all right. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. It may not be everybody's type of music. That's okay. You don't have to watch it. But for those who enjoy it, go for it. Play it to death. Tell Disney Plus you want more. I think they might listen. I think there is a documentary in the works that's supposed to accompany this. I don't know if that's on here yet or not. I didn't see anything with BTS in list yet, so never know. Who knows what you'll find on Disney Plus next? But it's been almost a year now since this concert happened, so it's I'm surprised I've gotten to see it now already. So I don't regret it. It's still 2 hours I wasn't expecting to spend on BTS ever in my life, but here you go. I would go see them live in concert if I got the chance. I mean, if it was free, not racing out to see them, but I think they put on a good show. I mean, I've seen Kanye. I'm no big fan of Kanye, but I saw him live for free one time. He played at this is real, by the way. He played at an Xbox convention. Call of Duty Xbox convention. Yeah. Dropkick Murphys played one night, and Kanye played another night. If you look on Flickr right now, you can probably see my pictures somewhere. This was like a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, BTS. It's not as bad as I thought it. I didn't think it was going to be bad. I just didn't think it would be interesting. And I was wrong. So, here we go. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
448.
448. Come on. 448. Okay. This is confusing. We haven't watched this yet, but I thought it was a series and not a movie. So this could be color-coded wrong. This is listed as a movie, but I think it's a series. I could be completely wrong. But this might be the very last... No, I think we have one more thing to go in this series. Of all the things that came over with this when 20th Century Fox was acquired, we're going to be watching Ice Age. The Ice Age, The Adventures of Buck Wild. That is the character voiced by why can't Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg. Yeah. I have him just at hand. Well, my place is a mess. So, anyway, yeah. Adventures of Buck Wild, Ice Age on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.